In the world of digital storage, two terms often surface: SSD and NVM. These two acronyms represent technologies that have revolutionized how we store and access data. SSD, or solid-state drives, are a type of storage device that use flash memory to store data. They're known for their speed and reliability, making them a popular choice for many. On the other hand, we have NVM, or non-volatile memory express. This is a communication interface designed specifically for SSDs. It takes advantage of the fast access times of solid-state storage by connecting the drive directly to the system over the PCIe, or Peripheral Component Interconnect Express bus. Both SSD and NVM have their strengths and are integral to the way we use computers today. They've transformed our expectations of speed, efficiency, and performance when it comes to data storage. But what sets SSD and NVM apart, and how are they alike? Stay tuned as we delve deeper into this topic. First off, let's unravel the SSD, or solid-state drive. Diving into the world of storage devices, we find the SSD standing tall. This piece of tech is a type of non-volatile storage media that stores persistent data on solid-state flash memory. In simpler terms, SSDs store data even when there's no power. SSDs are a leap forward from the traditional hard disk drives, or HDDs. They don't have any moving parts, which makes them less prone to failure and damage. Say goodbye to the spinning disks and mechanical arms of HDDs and say hello to flash memory chips. This lack of moving parts not only makes SSDs more durable, but it also leads to faster data access. Imagine needing a particular file from a huge library. With an HDD, it's like searching for a book in a massive library, walking up and down aisles until you find it. But with an SSD, it's like having a librarian who instantly knows where the book is and fetches it for you. That's the speed we're talking about. SSDs are a common sight in many devices. They're in your laptops, your desktops, even in some gaming consoles. They're particularly popular in laptops due to their compact size and energy efficiency. SSDs consume less power, which means longer battery life for your device. However, SSDs are not without their limitations. They are more expensive per gigabyte compared to HDDs. Also, while SSDs are faster, the speed can vary based on the interface they use. The most common interfaces are SATA and PCIe, with the latter being faster but more expensive. Another limitation is their lifespan. SSDs have a finite number of write cycles, meaning each cell in an SSD can only be written to a certain number of times before it can no longer hold data. But don't worry, under normal use, this lifespan can still span several years. SSDs have revolutionized storage, but they are not alone. Enter NVM. Now let's shift our focus to NVM, or non-volatile memory express. NVMe is a protocol or set of rules designed specifically for flash storage like SSDs. Its primary role is to accelerate the speed at which data is transferred between a computer and its storage devices. It's like the difference between taking the highway and a scenic back road. Both will get you to your destination, but one is optimized for speed. What sets NVM apart is its ability to handle large amounts of data. Traditional hard drives work like a one-lane road, processing data one piece at a time. NVM, on the other hand, is more like a multi-lane superhighway, capable of processing several pieces of data concurrently. This is what we refer to as parallelism, and it's one of the key strengths of NVM. But it's not just about speed. NVM also boasts lower latency, which means it takes less time for your computer to access the data it needs. This can significantly enhance the performance of data-intensive tasks, such as video editing or running virtual machines. Commonly, you'll find NVM in environments where speed and performance are paramount. This includes data centers, high-performance computing, and professional-grade workstations. However, with prices dropping and technology advancing, NVMe is becoming increasingly prevalent in consumer-grade devices like laptops and desktops. Despite its advantages, NVM is not without limitations. For one, it requires a specific interface known as PCIe to operate. This means that not all devices can support it. Additionally, while NVMe drives are faster, they are also more expensive than their SSD counterparts. This can make them less appealing for budget-conscious consumers or those with less demanding storage needs. To sum it up, NVMe offers unparalleled speed and performance for data storage. It's the supercar of storage solutions, zooming past traditional hard drives and even many SSDs. But like any supercar, it requires a specific set of conditions to operate and comes with a higher price tag. NVMe, like SSD, is a game changer in the storage world, but how do they stack up against each other? Now that we have a solid understanding of both SSD and NVM, it's time to put them head to head. First, let's dive into speed and performance. Solid-state drives, or SSDs, are known for their speed, especially when compared to traditional hard disk drives. However, NVMe, which stands for Non-Volatile Memory Express, takes this up a notch. NVM drives are designed to make the most out of solid-state technology, delivering speeds that outpace SSDs. This is because NVM drives use the PCIe, or Peripheral Component Interconnect Express interface, which allows for faster data transfer rates. So if speed is your top priority, you might want to lean towards NVM. Next, let's talk about capacity. Both SSDs and NVMe drives come in a variety of capacities, from a few hundred gigabytes to several terabytes. However, when it comes to maximum capacity, SSDs currently hold the crown. As SSD technology has been around for a bit longer, manufacturers have had more time to increase the capacity of these drives. Let's move on to the all-important factor of cost. SSDs, due to their longer time in the market, are generally more affordable than NVM drives. While prices for both types of drives have been steadily decreasing, NVM drives still tend to be pricier due to their superior speed and performance. Now, on to compatibility. SSDs, particularly those using the SATA interface, are compatible with almost all modern computers. NVM drives, on the other hand, require a motherboard with a PCIe slot and support for NVM. This means that while NVM drives offer superior performance, they may not be compatible with older systems. Last but not least, let's consider power consumption. NVMe drives, due to their high performance, generally consume more power than SSDs. This means that for laptops and other battery-powered devices, SSDs may be the more energy-efficient choice. So, what's the bottom line? Well, it really depends on what you're looking for. If you need lightning-fast speed and top-notch performance, and your system supports it, NVMe might be the way to go. However, if you're looking for a balance between cost, capacity, and compatibility, SSDs might be a better fit. In conclusion, both SSDs and NVMe drives have their own sets of advantages and disadvantages. SSDs offer a balance of speed, capacity, and cost-effectiveness, while NVM drives offer superior speed and performance. It's important to consider your specific needs and system compatibility when choosing between the two. As we can see, both SSD and NVM bring unique strengths and weaknesses to the table. So, what should we remember about SSD and NVM? Let's take a moment to recap the essential points we've discussed. Solid-state drives, or SSDs, have been a game-changer in the realm of storage solutions. They are faster, more reliable, and less prone to mechanical failure than traditional hard drives. By using flash memory, they can access data rapidly, making your computer more responsive and efficient. Their versatility and form factors means they can be used in a variety of devices, from desktops to laptops and even some mobile devices. Now let's shift gears and talk about Non-Volatile Memory Express, or NVM. These are the speed demons of the storage world. They leverage the capabilities of modern CPUs and memory to deliver speeds that leave traditional SSDs in the dust. They're designed to fully exploit the capabilities of high-speed PCIe lanes and dramatically reduce I/O overhead. In plain English, that means they're blazingly fast. But NVMe drives aren't just about raw speed, they also bring other benefits to the table. For instance, they support a much higher queue depth than SSDs, allowing them to handle a greater number of simultaneous operations. This makes them ideal for heavy multitasking or demanding applications. However, keep in mind that while NVMe drives are indeed a high-performance option, they may not be necessary for every user. If your computing needs are relatively light, a traditional SSD may serve you just as well and save you some money in the process. So, how do you choose between SSD and NVM? Consider your specific needs and circumstances. Are you a casual user, a professional with demanding workloads, or a gamer seeking the ultimate performance? Your answer will guide your choice. Whether you choose SSD or NVMe, you're getting a powerful storage solution. Remember, the best choice depends on your specific needs and circumstances. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more tech insights.